Hey, good afternoon. How's it doing? This is Byron Bradford. I'm coming to you today. We're going to talk about cyber attacks and cybersecurity and why we seem to can't figure this thing out as a nation. We just had a pipeline on the East Coast completely shut down. In Texas, we had this after we were shut down by the storm in February. You know, then we have the cyber attack that shut everything down, the pipelines on the East Coast. It did affect some of Texas also. Now we have the latest hack dealing with the JBS attack on the food industry. The food industries. I got the Business Wall Street Journal today and Business and Finance front page is meat prices rise after JBS attack. I'm like, man, so I think I'm in the wrong business. But anyway, these hackers are they figured out how to really, without going to New York as terrorists to blow up Wall Street, they've they have took technology to another level. And for some reason, we as Americans, we seem to always be a step behind the criminals and how to keep people from infiltrating our. Next, they'll be breaking in our bank accounts. I mean, they could be doing it now. They're not telling the society because they don't want to alarm people. But all of a sudden, the last minute, something will happen. Well, we know about this. We're trying to keep it quiet, and we're ill informed as citizens what's really happening in our society, how to protect ourselves. So I'm just dropping a couple of jewels today dealing with, you know, small businesses, private businesses, things they can do to ensure they're not hacked or penetrated or have their business disrupted by some unruly character in a foreign country or maybe even next door to you. You know, again, technology opens up a lot of different things. It goes through the air. People figure things out. Next thing you know, you got a problem. Somebody just locked up your bank account or cut your lights off or whatever. Um, some statistics about cybersecurity, alarming statistics about cybersecurity. One of them, it takes half a year to detect a data breach. Think about that. 180 days, half a year before you realize, wow, something's not acting right here. Something's wrong. That's a lot of time. And then you lose a huge footprint, and you're never going to you're going to always be in react mode. So I'm here to at least focus on prevention. How do we avoid getting into that, finding out 180 days later, oh, I've been hacked. Now I got to go back and let my customers know, man, that's a lot of people. I can't tell you I did 6 months ago, 180 days ago. That's a lot. So they have to go back and do forensics and all that and try to find out what happened, how did it happen. Number two, 43% of all cyber attacks are aimed at small businesses. By the way, 90% of the business in America, guess what? Small businesses. However, they make 10% of the income. So let me repeat that again. 90% of the business in America are small businesses. And as you can see, when the pandemic happened, how everything really stopped because small businesses were just uh, they were stifled. They couldn't move. All right, and but the corporations, our society have 10% corporations, but they make 90% of the revenue. Okay, so 90% of the business in America, small businesses. 90% of business in America are small businesses, and they earn 10% of the revenue. However, we have 10% of corporations in America, and they earn 90% of the revenue. That's a substantial difference, big difference. But anyway, back to the cyber attack. 91% of attacks launch with the phishing email. Again, with the advent of technology, emails, it makes it very easy for people to. So if you see an email that don't look familiar, don't look right to you, don't open it up because you don't know what kind of malware, software, Trojan horse, whatever name you want to give it, is going to ruin everything you got inside of there. And, it's just going to make for a bad day, a bad year. That stuff's hard to recoup once it happens. Again, 91% of attacks are launched through phishing emails. Excuse me. They have some other terms they use also. Other than just flat out steal your identity or steal some stuff from you. That's what they do. And again, small businesses, a business falls victim to ransomware attack every 14 seconds. So as long as I've been here talking for the last 4 minutes, almost 5 minutes, several companies have failed to ransomware attack every 14 seconds. Man, that is, I did not know that. That's brutal. So you have to protect yourself by not clicking on emails, by not going to sites you're unfamiliar with because somebody's taking your data. That's how they get into your hardware, your soft drive, your hard drive, and every other system you may be in. And again, 38% of malicious attachments are masked as one of the Microsoft Office or another. So they mask themselves in Microsoft Office or some other software. So again, just be alert. Just be alert and think, maybe this isn't a good idea. Let me let me reconsider. Let me reach out to someone else. Did you get the same email? I got the same email. If it doesn't look right, if the email looks like it's a bad, true story. Recently, supposedly got an email from a record exec. However, they spelled the name. The email was a Yahoo. It was just bad. It just looked bad to begin with. But you never know. You always want to make sure you don't offend nobody. But you shot the gentleman an email saying, hey, somebody could be impersonating you, saying you're this and you're that. And later the gentleman did come back and he clarified and cleared it up. Hey, that's not me. This is my email address. So if you get something like that, hey, that's not me. So they're just being alert. Trust but verify, something I learned in my term in the military. Trust but verify, and realize you do have some shady characters out there. But again, just be alert with your cybersecurity, whether it's your bank. I have a shredder at home. If I'm not using it, if I'm not using the mail or whatever, I get mail, I shred it out. I don't even tear it up, and I just shred it because you never know who's going to be digging through your trash. You just never know. So it's better be on the side of caution. Also, freeze your credit. If you got your two major purchases, which is a vehicle and a house or your house or something like that, even if you don't have those purchases, go ahead and put a freeze on your credit. Learn how that system works, and that way you can mitigate some of these things before they happen. So people stealing your identity or cyber crimes, they fall in the same category, just unsavory characters trying to use something you earn and work for so they can benefit themselves. Unfortunately, all right. Again, thank you for your time. This is a quick briefing over cybersecurity, how to protect yourself. Remember that it takes half a year to detect a data breach. That's an extremely long time. 43% of all cyber attacks are aimed at small businesses. So if you run a small business like I do, my family, be careful. Again, 91% of all attacks are attached to phishing emails, and 38% of malicious attacks are masked as Microsoft Office software. So just be aware of that. Be safe, take care of yourself, get involved, and take care of your community, country, and your county. Have a great day.